Hey y'all, I'm Danielle. Welcome back to the Surrendered CEO. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through how to create a free quiz, and then I'm going to show you how to take that free quiz and put it onto your website so that you can collect email addresses. So let's go ahead and get started. Please have some grace for me. I do not have a lot of equipment. I don't have a lot of time to edit, and so I'm just trying to get this information out there to help y'all. So the format of this, y'all, I'm literally using my iPhone and I'm just gonna show you my screen. So just bear with me. Bear with me, please. All right. So the first thing you're going to do is go to your Shopify app store and you're going to type in revenue hunt. Okay, this is a free app. You're going to click on this Revenue Hunt Recommender Quiz, and you're going to install this into your Shopify apps. Once you get that installed, you're going to go ahead and open it up. And you're going to click on New Quiz because you're not going to have anything, but I already have some quizzes. So I'm going to go in here and show you guys what I have. Okay, before I share with you the quiz that I have set up and the questions, the answers, all of that, I want to share the purpose of my quiz. And so this is important for you to figure out before you get started so that you can stay focused. The point of my quiz is to collect email addresses. However, I'm also collecting information about the people completing the quiz. So through the quiz, I'm identifying their skincare type. I am identifying any skincare concerns, any issues they have. And then with that information, I am able to recommend them specific products that are going to help them and also hopefully put together a routine so they can purchase multiple products. At the end, they are welcome to leave their email address in exchange for a discount code so that they can come and place their first order. So that is in a nutshell, what my quiz does. Before you get started, please figure out what you want to do. What information do you want to gather so that you have this in your system? It's not just about getting an email address, it's about getting information so that you can recommend them products, so that you can email them at a later time about a specific concern. So, just wanted to mention that before I share with you the quiz. All right, so let's get started. This is essentially your title page for your quiz. Is what's the quiz about? So it says, let's build your perfect skincare routine, answer a few quick questions, and get product recommendations based on your skin type and top concerns, all in under 1 minute. Okay, so that's the first page. Then the first question, it says, how does your skin feel with no products applied? And so here are the answers. This is going to give you a general idea of what their skin type is. Okay, the second question, what's your top skin concern right now? So what are they struggling with? This is going to give you what they're concerned about, what they're struggling with. How would you describe your skin's texture? Okay, so if you have products that cater to different textures, this is a good question. I hear some answers. Smooth, gets rough if I don't exfoliate, bumpy or textured often. Okay, the next question, is your skin sensitive to new products? I recommend asking about sensitivity because this is going to let you know if their skin is really sensitive, you're probably not going to recommend them anything that's heavily scented, okay? And then the next question, what's your current skincare routine like? So this is giving you an idea of what they already do. Just the basics. They're simple. They're very simple. A few steps, but they want to improve it. This is, hey, I'm doing a little bit, but I actually care and I want to do more. And then this one, this is for like your product junkies. They're all in. Okay. And then this is my last one to try to get their email. Want your personalized results and 15% code sent to your inbox. I don't have this as a requirement, because I want people to get the information regardless. If you give me your email, that shows that you're interested in checking out the products. And then the last one, we've got your routine. I know I went through that quickly. I try to make these videos as concise as possible because it's pretty straightforward. If you are struggling to figure out what you want to do or what questions to ask, the answers to plug in, the best thing that you should do is go over to ChatGPT. Let them know you're wanting to create a quiz to do XYZ. Let them know to build it for you, give you the answers, all of that. they're going to send over the information. You can sort through it. You can say, hey, I don't like this question. Take this one out. Hey, I don't like how you worded these answers. This is how I talk instead, and get something put together. And then you'll go over to the quiz builder tab, build out your quiz. If you need help in trying to do this, like if you're not that good at doing stuff like this in these types of platforms, I believe they have, help and different YouTube videos and stuff like that. The purpose of this is not to walk you through that part, is just to give you an idea of how you will put this together. So if you need help on that, go to YouTube. You can even ask ChatGPT probably, and they'll be like, yeah, do this. The second thing I want to say is you if you are using this to give product recommendations, I'm about to show you how to do that. So one moment. All right. So this is the quiz builder tab. This is where you build out your quiz. And then you can link collections or link products. I link products. So I'm going to click on this, and it will take you one by one through your questions. And so, how does your skin feel with no products applied? Well, if your skin is normal, I'm going to recommend these products. And so you go through literally question by question to add your product recommendations in. All right. I'm not going to go through all of these, but this is how I would do it. I wouldn't leave this blank, because this is an opportunity for you to share your products with them. You can link collections, but I just like doing it by products. The next thing I want to touch on is the conditional logic tab. That is going to be if you want to guide people through the quiz. So like if you want people who answered yes to skip to another part of the quiz, then you will use conditional logic. I used to do that, but the quiz that I revised with ChatGPT, I don't have any conditional logic. I just get the information. It's really up to you how specific you want to make your quiz. If you want to do conditional logic, again, go to YouTube, go to their help service, and see like how that would play out if you're not able to figure it out just by messing around with it. But that's essentially what it is building a quiz to where people are skipping, like, okay, if you said, do you have normal skin type? And then you answered normal, then maybe you would just go to you would skip the next two questions and go to the next set of questions. But if the person said like, yeah, I have really oily skin, then maybe the next question you would ask is getting more details about what that means. Like, does that oil produce acne, or is it just oily skin? Like, I hope that makes sense. For the sake of time and redoing this recent quiz, I did not use any conditional logic. I just I showed y'all the questions I had. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Next, I'm going to show you about the quiz design. Okay, so this is the quiz design tab. And what you're going to do here is you can edit this to customize it based on how you want it to look. If you want it to be different colors, you can put your different hex codes and whatnot for the questions, choices, buttons. But for background, I have white on the actual quiz questions. But my background image for the quiz, I just found this in Canva. And so this just kind of personalizes it a little bit. You don't have to do this, but I just feel like it gives it a little bit more personality instead of just having like solid colors. Okay. Okay, now we are on the results page. So this is what they see after they take the quiz. So thanks for taking the quiz. Based on your answers, we recommend these products for your skin type. Use code, and then I have quiz 15 to take 15% off any regular price skincare product. This regular priced kind of hints to you can't use this on sale products. And so this is what the recommendations were. If you scroll over here to this part, this is where you would type in that. I recommend, again, personalizing to your brand. Okay, notifications over here. We are on that tab. So this is what they're going to see whenever they get the email, if they do enter their email. Okay. This is what the subject is. Your personalized skincare picks are here. And then this is code. So as you can see, I have updated this with my brand colors, my brand font, and I have personalized this down here. Thank you again for being part of the community. We're so glad you're here. So this is where you would personalize and edit your email that's going to the person who just completed the quiz. All right, I want to jump in here and say if you do not know how to do this, again, ChatGPT is going to be a great resource. I had ChatGPT help me with this HTML code. So literally all I had to do was say, hey, this is what I want the font to be. This is what I want the color scheme to be. Create me a code that I can plug into this quiz so that they can get this email. And that's what they did. We do not have to make this difficult for ourselves. Maybe 3 to 5 years ago, we would have had this ability if we didn't have that coding experience and knowledge. But now we can easily get access to that stuff. And so that is why I continue to say, like, if you are not utilizing AI to help make your business easier, you're really missing out. I do want to touch on the discount codes before we move in because I did show y'all that I had that quiz 15 as a code at the end of the results page and also in my email out to the person who completed the quiz. So what I would recommend doing is getting a code specifically for this quiz. So mine is quiz 15. It's pretty straightforward. You can make it whatever you want to make it, but go into Shopify and create that code. And I would make it for a discount off of products and just plug that in. The problem with this is you're really not going to be able to monitor when this expires, but to me, it's really not a big deal. Typically, if people don't use the coupon code within like a month or so, they kind of forget about it. You know what? If they use it 3 months later, well, that doesn't bother me at all. That's a new customer. I'm thankful that they even remembered me, and maybe then was a better time for them to use it than right away. Maybe they needed to do more research. I don't know. But I know a lot of people are like, oh, you can only use the code within 10 days. You're not going to be able to have that capability if you create the discount code in Shopify. It's really not a big deal to me. But do keep that in mind if you want to make sure that code is guaranteed to expire. So, anyways, I just want to put that out there. Let's move on to the next part. All right, the last part is the quiz settings. So, this is just the language of it. If you want to add in different words or whatever, you can do that. And then after you have built this entire quiz, then you're going to go up here to, well, first you want to publish it, and then you want to go to share. So you're going to click on share, and you are going to get the external link. So you're going to copy this, and then you're going to go down here to get the code, and this is the link that you're going to copy. Okay. All right. Once you have copied your link, now you have that specific website address to where you can go plug that into your navigation menu. You can plug that in to your website if you have a block to where you have a picture and then some text within it, and then you have a button. You will put that link for the button. Okay. And I'll show you how I have it set up on my website so you can see an example. There's other ways that you can do it too. You can play around with it. Those are the two ways that I typically use it. You can also embed it into your website. You can do it as like a pop-up, but I use Klaviyo. Like I have a whole different pop-up on my website. So this isn't something that I would do, but I'm just saying you can. But play around with it and definitely see what works best for you. If you do decide to use this on your website and not just use the link, this is how you would do that. You would go into customize your website, go over to app embeds over here on the left, click on that, and this goes for any app, y'all. A lot of times y'all download apps, and I've done this before too until I figured it out, but you'll download apps and then you won't turn them on in your on your website. So if you do choose to use the pop-up quiz, the chat button quiz, the link pop, you would have to turn these on. Okay, so let's go over here to my website and I will show y'all where I have these. So this is my menu. I have it right here. It says take our quiz. Let me click on this. It says take our quiz. Click on that. Boom. Takes you right to the page. And this would be the title, but I've already used this quiz on my page before to test it. So that's why the title page isn't coming up. But highly recommend building it into your menu. It just says take our quiz. And then if you scroll down, This is what I was talking about right here. You can add this block. And so it says, not sure which products are right for your skin type? Take the quiz to find your routine. And so when you click on that, takes you back here. Okay. The other place that I have this on is my page fly. So right here, this second button, take our free quiz to find your routine. This is the last place that I have my quiz at. So Pagefly is something similar to what a link tree would be, where you can have a whole bunch of different links that people click on. I have it on Pagefly. It's free. It connects to my website so I can track the clicks and stuff. So now I'm going to show you what you need to work on after you get your quiz built, you get everything how you want it to look, you put it on the website in the different areas. You may put it on your link tree or your page flyer. Once you get all that situated, I'm going to show you how to use your quiz in your email marketing. All right, so first I'm going to show you how to integrate the quiz to your Klaviyo email list. I use Klaviyo. I'm sorry if y'all don't use like Shopify or Klaviyo. I don't know how to help y'all, but I use Klaviyo. And so if you have set this up on a different email marketing platform, I'm sure it's a very similar process, but this is just how I do it with Klaviyo. So I'll show you how to connect it, and then I will take you into my Klaviyo account and show you the different emails that I have set up. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go to your quiz, click these three little dots, and go to connect. And this is what's going to pop up. Now, I have mine connected to Klaviyo, so you'll have your API keys. What you'll want to do before you even do this, though, is you'll want to set up a list in Klaviyo. Mine is just called Face Quiz. And so you'll add the subscribers to that list. So once they give you their email address, it will automatically go to the list you have already created in Klaviyo. Okay, so let's go over here to Klaviyo. Is my list in Klaviyo. So once someone submits their email address, it will automatically sync to this list that you have created. Okay. The next thing you are going to do is you are going to set up your email flow. So you would go to your automations, and your trigger is going to be when someone is added to your face quiz, and you're going to filter it. This is important so that if they do purchase, they don't continue to get the emails. So you put a profile filter on here, placed order 0 times since starting this flow. So automatically, when they complete the quiz, this email flow is going to start going out. I put this on here because I didn't want people getting into this flow if they were already on my email list. So that's why I have this conditional split. So right away, 5 minutes after they join the list, they get a welcome email. And this is very similar to my regular welcome flow if you sign up to my pop-up. So 5 minutes, you get this welcome. And then the next day, a message from the founder that pretty much just tells them about my company. And I forgot to say this first email. Let me go in and show y'all the emails. So the first email, this is just a welcome, and then I give them the quiz right here, the quiz discount code. Okay. The second email, a message from the founder. All this is just telling them a little bit about how I got started. Again, I give them this quiz code again because we want them to go ahead and use that code now. So that's the next day. Then 3 days later, I show them our #1 serum. So that's just highlighting the bestseller. And then after 4 days, I send another email just talking about that serum again. And then after a day, so this would be on day 9, after a day, then this is just a final email that I send out. Even though the email's not expiring, you just kind of want to create that urgency. Your welcome code is about to expire. Okay. So yeah, that is how I set that up. So we have 5 emails total over about a 9-day period. Okay, y'all, that's all I have. I try to show y'all how to build the quiz, what to do with the quiz on your website, and then how to build out an email flow to these people who just joined your email list through the quiz. Okay. Again, I can't stress this enough. If you don't know what to say in your quiz, go to ChatGPT, start the conversation, get ideas, let them know specifically what it is you're looking to do so that they can put that together for you. So, literally, all you have to do is copy and paste. When it comes to the emails, if you don't know what to say in your email automations, all you have to do is go over to ChatGPT and say, hey, I have this quiz built out now. I have it on my website. Now I want to work on building out the automation for emails. I want them to get 5 emails or 3 emails, 7 emails, however long you want the email flow to be. Please build this out for me. And so then once they send you the emails back, start, hey, let's work on email 1 first. Get your subject lines together, get your text in order. They can even tell you, when I say they, chat can even tell you, here, this is how the layout should look. So y'all, don't overthink this. Don't overwhelm yourself. We have a resource that can significantly help us and reduce the time that we're spending trying to think of all this. It's not to say that you're not going to have to think. You're going to have to think. 100% you're going to have to preview and make sure it aligns with your brand voice. I'm not telling you just have ChatGPT do the whole thing and copy and paste. No, that's not wise. That is not wise. You want this to be on brand. If you have never talked to chat about your brand before, give them information. Hey, this is my brand. This is what I'm doing. This is my mission. These are the people that I work with. I want to build an email automation to send out to these new people to try to help them with their skincare routine. Go ahead and you have to feed it information in order for it to really understand what you're trying to do. And that's why I've said it before. Like, the chat gives you some information that is like, no, this is not going to work. Say that. Hey, thanks for sending this over, but this is not aligned with what I'm doing. This isn't aligned with my messaging, my personality. And it's a conversation. And sometimes it's a long conversation, but we have it to help us so that we're not spending so much time having to do all of the wording of everything. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know what else y'all want me to share. Let me know if y'all have questions. Again, I didn't want this to be too like technical of like breaking things down one by one because it would be an extremely long video. So if you need help with like the technical side of customizing, go to YouTube, go to that Revenue Hut's website, help center, and get some support there. This was just to give you an outline of how to build out this quiz, what to do with the quiz once you had it built out, and then also hopefully the email automation just gave you a good example of how you could set up your email automation. Please, please, if you have made it to the end, do not copy what I'm doing. What works for me may not work for you. So you really have to have a good understanding of what it is you're trying to do. I want you to be mindful of your business, your customers, what your goals are, what information you want to get from the quiz, how you want to serve your audience. And so please do not copy what I've done. If you do, I don't know if it's going to work for you or not. I just wanted to give you the strategy to be able to help you. And hopefully it does. Anyways, if this has been helpful to y'all, please subscribe. If you're new here, please show the video some love, like, share it with some other beauty bosses that you know. And again, if you have questions, if you want me to talk about other topics, other strategies, let me know in the comments. Would love to be able to help you in any way that I can. So I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later.